This is all world news here. I have the hand. 5/9/2017, 10:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have here, I get notifications when they push their videos. I have here Dabu77. Shout out to Dabu77. I have his video here about the Hanford. Okay. Not earthquake related, but it's not earthquake related. I see you got the question mark there. See, I didn't even have to watch the video to know that. But yeah, I'm gonna play it and then I'm gonna put my 2 cents in.
And I'm going to share with you a video clip of one of the guys at this facility that is giving an update at the Hanford site. He's going to explain that this is made, he says wood, but what he fails to mention is that it's supposed to have a metal liner. Now, I have a 1995 DOE waste storage permit, which is very interesting. It shows the whole layout, how this whole thing's designed. It's supposed to have a metal liner. So my question at this point is, where is the metal liner if it is caved in completely here? I'm going to show you the trailers, everything that's sitting inside, and what they say is the radiation amounts connected to each one.
All right. Now, keywords was radiation amounts. Period. Radiation. It don't matter the amount. It's radiation. It leaks. Somebody's fucked. Period. Contamination, right? Number 2, no metal lining. No metal liner. You know as well as I know that they are supposed to have a metal liner for toxic chemicals in case it spills inside. Because there's certain shit that will eat through the earth and not stop. I ain't got time to look up chemicals and show you chemicals, but if you don't believe me, look it up. Just that's all you gotta say is chemicals that will eat through the earth non-stop. It'll come up. It'll prove it to you. You know, Dabu is definitely right when it comes down to this. You're supposed to have a metal liner.
This is the hole, which initially was said to be 4x4. Now it's at least 20x20. It doesn't look to be sloped off. It looks to be an area where it just caved in. There is a no-fly zone around this area. Many people saying, what for then? And others asking me, what areas are affected with this? Well,
all right, before we go on, I want to tell you, this is like a movie. I know what happens next. I know what the government's going to do next off of what Dabu is explaining here, what he's learned. Because what he learns, when I learn off of what he learned, from the other things that I've learned from other people's YouTube channels that I've learned, I put it all together as one piece, and I'm seeing the bigger picture. You guys are seeing part of the picture because you guys don't watch everybody's channel. I watch you all, regardless whether I feel like there's clarity to it or not. And let me tell you something. I don't put these videos out making money. I'm not making any money lying to you. I don't care about the views. I mean, as long as my word gets out to one person, that's all that matters to me. That'll make me happy. One person, as long as one person sees it like I do. And they're not, and I know I'm not alone in this world. Okay? This is a staged setup for something bigger. Something bigger's planned. I don't know if you see the bigger picture here. But everything is chaos these days. Everything. War, everything. They're having more chem spills and accidents and shit on highways and in the oceans and on land than they ever have. Okay? Toxic radiation materials. Why do you think they're going to do this? It's time to suffer. Time to suffer. The person that's in control of all this wants to see you guys suffer first. Before the massive death and war comes and bombs come. You see? This is all bullshit. It don't cave in. I don't care what you say. You got a toxic shed and it caves in. That don't sound right. Come on. Let's listen to him.
We're going going to take a look at quite a few interesting things pertaining to this whole situation here in this video. Try to do it as quick as possible, but the first thing I've got to note are the earthquakes that struck here. Right near, they would have felt this, even though it was only a 2 magnitude, it was shallow.
That's why I said 2.5, no earthquake.
Took place on the 5th.
Listen,
Okay?
unless it's a 3.5 or better, they're really not going to feel it. It's just not close enough. So I'll clarify that right there. It didn't happen because of that. The vibration alone in itself wouldn't be strong enough to vibrate. Nothing loose, no nails, no screws, no nothing. Let's see. And I don't even. Let's go. Let's see.
So this potentially could have caused it. And why I say that is because their official reason right now is the grounds crew were doing inspection this morning when they came across this hole. Now we've got reports from the Guardian that were 19 hours ahead of my first report when this was breaking, and they knew about it. Yet,
first off, you hear what he just said? And they knew about it. Okay, 19 hours before. But what I want to say is, wait, during an inspection they found the cave-in. How often did they inspect it? That's what I want to know. Let's see.
nothing was published. Interesting to note, we have another earthquake that has just struck.
Well, see?
This one is a negative 0.2 kilometers, which means it's at ground level or above, right there.
Hold on.
Interesting to note, we have another earthquake that has just struck.
Come on.
This one, why I say that is because their official reason right now is the grounds crew were doing inspection this morning when they came.
All right. One thing we failed to cover is how often do they do inspections on these nuclear waste sites and radiation waste sites or whatever? How often do they do these inspections? Should we demand the Rasta, or would they just fake that up for us too? That was a question that I haven't heard asked yet, you know.
Came across this
and I've
hole.
scoured the video
now, we've
already.
Got reports from the Guardian that were 19 hours ahead of my first report when this was breaking, and they knew about it. Yet nothing was published. Interesting to note, we have another earthquake that has just struck. This one is a negative 0.2 kilometers, which means it's at ground level or above, right there at ground level. This was a 1.7, and they're stating that this was a quarry blast. So we have quarry blast going off, is what they're saying, in this area, and quakes in this area, and this is the vicinity where we have the collapse. Now, this does affect all the land here in all of the Columbia River.
Oh, gee, look at that.
Ground is saturated.
A river.
This place has tanks. Some of the storage tanks, these outer liners that were supposed to catch.
All right. I'm going to click this up for you a notch. Matthew. Okay? Matthew, verse 1. Or whatever. Who knows? We're just going to put that in there. That name just rings to me. I love Matthew in the Bible. Have you guys ever read that? Nice. Well, part of Revelations would be that our waterways would be polluted. Yeah. So anybody over here, from where it hits, boom, wherever it's traveling, if it travels down, right, then they both blend in. See, this would still be a fresh water supply. They got to figure out a way to contaminate this one next. That's what they got to do, because they want it all to go into the main waterway. See, then it'll affect everybody's water. You see what I'm saying? So if part of the bigger plan would be, for me, if I wanted to control everything, I would start with your food and water supply, and I would put other things into motion at the same time, like banking systems and healthcares and all that other shit, but on a chip. I would do something ultimately dominant, something you could not get out of and you didn't even know you were doing. You were being tricked into. Just like our birth certificates, they're contracts. Did you know that? You're born into the stock market. Did you know that? On the bottom of your birth certificate, it says this birth certificate is certificate of banknote and certificate of bond, either or. You look it up if you don't believe me. I've researched a lot of shit, people. I just haven't put half the videos out. I got a year's worth of videos that took me a year to make, just for these very days that I'm doing now. My videos, some of them that I give you, it's because I've called it a while ago, a long time ago, and I had backup proof. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making some new videos, okay, ladies and gentlemen? But I'm going to be showing you compiled evidence without a doubt. You cannot fucking deny it. Movie clips, everything, pictures, everything. Hundreds of them. Hundreds of them. For each individual, you're going to see hundreds of proofs. Not just the proofs that I've been showing you, which should be good enough. Okay? Now remember, I don't get paid to lie to you, so this doesn't do me any benefit. Alright? And the views don't matter to me. As long as I only get one, I already told you.